Put your hands on the dash. Now. White boy, out of the car. Driver, move along. Turn around, boy. Turn around. Back over here. Put your hands behind you. Don't you move now, boy.
The unit headed westbound on Death Gate. Are you still in pursuit?
Welcome to my home, Mr. Cord. You won't appreciate this, but finding you took some doing.
What do you want with me?
We'll talk business later. Right now, I'm happy to have you as my guest. I'm Will Fraser. My friends, what few I've made, and my enemies, and there are long lines of them, call me Big Daddy. But you ain't from the South, so I doubt you recollect my name.
No, I heard of you. In college, from one of my poli-sci professors.
Oh. What do you have to say about me?
You said you were a 20th century anachronism. You said you were like Pendergrass from Kansas City, or Daley in Chicago. A ward boss, a machine politician, as crooked as they come.
Ha! Boy, compared to me, those two feather merchants were like a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Listen, I ran this state for 15 years like it was given me by the Almighty as a christening present. I said frog, and the whole damn state started frying legs. Did that woolly-head professor tell you what happened to me?
Well, I thought he said you were...
Dead? No. The reports of my demise were premature. Some downstate yahoos decided it was time to cut Big Daddy down to size. So they got themselves a war chest and a curly-headed candidate for governor who had a stone-simple platform. It's time for Big Daddy's wilderness years.
So you ran against him?
Had to. I was right happy being the power behind the throne, but that Peckerwood smoked me into the open, and I would have shaved him like fat pine kindling too. And 2 months before the election, I had a routine examination. Cancer. Suddenly, I was confronted with humility. I was humble, and the Peckerwood was governor. There was 6 years gone. 6 years of chemicals and getting whittled on. Then 4 months ago, I got the final word. They said there wasn't anything more they could do. They said, you best make peace with God or the devil. There was nothing left for you except the hearse. I guess I got all worked up knowing you was coming. Ain't these the flowers of the old South? Romantic as all hell, ain't it? Thieves and slavers, everyone.
You really think a lot of your ancestors.
Yeah. These ain't my folks, boy. I didn't have a pair of shoes till I was 10. Pinewood shack. Poor but honest sharecropping folk. Walked 10 miles to school through the swamp every day. At least that's what the press kit said. No, boy, I bought these ancestors when I bought this house. And her. My late wife.
What'd you get out of it?
What I was after, boy. What I was after. Respectability.
What do you think you're gonna get out of me?
Emily! Emily! I don't want this rabbit food. Get me my biscuits and gravy.
You're supposed to take your pills before you eat.
Woman, damn it! Get me my supper. That's, Emily, my daughter. And not her. All she could breed was horses. Emily was the result of one of my indiscretions, one that lasted for some time. Matter of fact, they say that finding out about Emily and her ma is what killed my wife. They said she died of a broken heart. Ha! Ha! She didn't have a heart to break. But then that left me with this whipped dog excuse for a human being as my sole heir. Sometimes I admire the good Lord's sense of humor. Gravy's curdled.
I strained it.
How can anybody mess up biscuits and gravy? Ain't there nothing that you can do right? You can't talk, you can't cook, and you have to get a man drunk to make love to you. You're about as useless as the face on a toad. Oh, the hell with it. Get me a drink.
But the doctor said...
Woman, I am dying, remember?
You know, you remind me of a guy I knew in junior high. He was pure hell on fifth graders.
That mouth is going to get you in a lot of trouble, boy.
Must be nice having a state trooper for a flunky.
Bobby, shoot him.
Wait a minute!
You appreciate how it is, son. He has silver bullets in that gun. I said I'd tell you what I wanted when the time was right. Well, here it is. Tomorrow, you're gonna change me into a werewolf.
You've got to do what he wants.
This entire thing is insane. Can't you see that?
Of course I do. I know there's no such thing as werewolves, but you go along with him. You humor him, and maybe in a few days he'll realize how deluded he is.
There are no bars on your windows. Nobody's holding a gun at your head. Why are you here? What did he do to you?
What did he do to me? To me and my mother. She was a school teacher. Back in the days when we still had segregated schools. This good-looking young man just back from the war going to law school started wooing her. Oh, not talking like he wanted her to be his high yellow backstreet girl. And she went for it. Me.
And then he dumped her?
Oh, no. Not that nice. As soon as he had the power, he built a nice new schoolhouse for us coloreds. And fought hard a few years later for integration. I guess he was one of the first to realize that black votes count. What he did to my mother was made her give up teaching. The only thing she ever loved, besides him. And he put her up in an apartment up in the Capitol. And all she had to do was to be there anytime he wanted, that was all. All it took from her was her life.
Like he's doing to you?
I almost got free. Once. He let me get a job. Working at the hospital in Tulane. I was just a research assistant, but it was something. And then it was, Emily, I'm gonna die. Emily, you're all I got now. Emily, you come back and you stick by me. I did.
Help me get out of here. I'll take you with me.
Why would you want to do that? No, I'm chained here. And I will never be free. Not unless...
Boy, don't play the innocent with me. I was brought up in the bayous. There were stories. You ever hear the loup-garou? That's Cajun for werewolf. And werewolves are immortal, the legend says. It seemed to me, when I thought about it, that might be my way out of the big sea. And I heard what you was doing around the country, and I thought a little follow-up might be profitable.
Like I said, I think you're nuts. But suppose I am a werewolf. I mean, how do you think I'm supposed to give you this? Magic power? Just reach out with my Tinkerbell wand and poof, you're a werewolf? Hell, if that's what I am, I might end up tearing your throat out. Kill you faster than that cancer's doing.
We got ourselves not only a werewolf, but a moral one at that. Will wonders never cease? I didn't think that'd be your answer. Even my enemies admit when Big Daddy plans something, he plans thorough. All I need is a little of your blood, son. But I want it when it's most potent, which is gotta be after you've changed. The problem I went and considered was how to control that change. Then I recollected that silver is deadly to werewolves. Maybe it works like some allergic reaction. Huh? Anyway, that needle's got a silver solution in it. Let's see if we can't hit the right dose. Emily? Emily! He's having some effect. A little more. Okay. Give him the rest of it.
God of mercy. There really are loup and garou. Them Cajuns wasn't just selling wolf tickets. I wonder what else they got back there in them swamps.
Emily, my back hurts. Get me a pillow. Bobby, stoke up that fire. It's getting cold in here. Can't you feel it? Give me that thing. Talk to me, son. Tell me what it's like.
There isn't a you there anymore, really. Your blood's on fire. You feel like you got all the energy in the world. Everyone seems so weak, and you're so strong. And you're hungry. My God, you're always hungry.
Is there any hurt? Is there any pain?
Not for you. But for everyone else, their pain is so sweet. If you do it, no one will be safe. No matter how much you love them. Not LaCroix. Not Emily.
But you can take precautions.
You don't want to.
Emily, get it ready. I want it over tonight.
Yes, Big Daddy.
This calls for a celebration. What do you think, Bobby? Bourbon and branch all around?
Hell, yes, I could use a drink.
Let me help you, Bobby.
You're standing out in the crowd, son. Cheer up. You remind me of that dog that Johnson used to pick up by the ears.
Sorry, but I've never been much for laughing past the graveyard.
Well, I figure this stuff should start working sometime tonight. It being the height of the full moon and all. Probably hit me about midnight, wouldn't you say, Eric?
I think you've been watching too many horror movies. As far as I can tell, the time doesn't have much to do with it.
And them lobbyists. Lord, they was on you like maggots on a cow patty. I used to warn my learned colleagues, Big Daddy's golden rule. If you can't eat their food, drink their liquor, bed their women, and still vote against their bill, you got no business in politics.
In them days, it cost $3 grand for a lobbyist to get Big Daddy to a prayer breakfast. Of course, he'd knock off 10%. The preacher didn't show.
Those were the days.
I remember it differently. When you got drunk, you used to come home to my mama and beat the hell out of her.
What are you thinking, child? I never raised a hand at that woman in her life.
Like I said, I remember things differently.
I don't know when you're going to change, or even if you're going to change. But you better get yourself down in that cellar and have LaCroix bar the door. I warned you what could happen.
Son, you tend to your knitting, and I'll tend to mine. There ain't been nothing in this world I couldn't control.
Except the cancer.
Yeah. But I've done something about that, too, haven't I? Besides, With all this power you give me, for now and forevermore, wouldn't I be some kind of damn fool not to try it out? Huh?